Well, good Wednesday morning to you. We've made it to Hump Day, people. Today is December 18th. I'm Noah Harrison. Thank you for starting your morning with us. Well, Hump Day already. The week is just flying by, but we're back to those more winter-like temperatures today.
Yes.
Meteorologist Cody Barnhart joins us this morning in the First Alert Weather Center. So, Cody, and we've even got some rain coming in tonight.
We do, yeah. You know, that kind of one-day break from winter was nice while it lasted, but she gone. That thing is already out of here. We're back to winter this morning. Let's take a look at those temperatures out there. Your Pap State Central Virginia Skycam.
Now your First Alert traffic update, sponsored by Rockingham Insurance.
Well, we know what we have going on weather-wise this morning. Let's take a look at the roads. This is a view of I-81 at mile marker 279 southbound in Edinburgh. Nothing to report to you on the interstates this morning, but we'll be sure to keep you updated with any changes. Christmas just 1 week away now, and you might be thinking something like a lottery ticket would make a great last-minute gift. But Virginia Lottery is reminding you these items are not meant for minors. In fact, it breaks state law to give anyone under 18 one of them.
Well, there have been numerous studies that show that the earlier a person starts gambling, the earlier that a youngster is exposed to gambling, the greater the likelihood that that person, when they grow up, could have a gambling problem. And so that's one of the reasons why it's so important to remember the age of a person who's gambling.
Not only should you not give a minor a lottery ticket, John Haggerty says they shouldn't be in any gambling processes whatsoever. Kids shouldn't be helping you pick out or even scratch off tickets. Haggerty recommends having a conversation about the risks of gambling and the signs of addiction. Also, teach them how to properly budget and manage their money.
Playing responsibly is very important here at the lottery. We want to encourage responsible play, and we want to raise awareness of gambling addiction. Gambling for most people is a harmless experience, but for some people, gambling can be addictive and very dangerous, and we want to shine a light on that.
If you or someone you know has a problem with gambling, you can call the helpline at the number on your screen right now. Well, upgrades and improvements are coming to 3 schools in our West Virginia viewing area. It's part of a $65 million investment into school infrastructure. Governor Jim Justice making that announcement yesterday. That money will go toward 4 new schools and 8 other improvement projects. In our area, nearly $1.9 million will go to Petersburg High School and Grant County for renovations and safe school additions. East Hardy Elementary and Moorfield Middle Schools in Hardy County are getting about $923,000 for security upgrades. Governor Justice calling this funding a win for all of West Virginia. And speaking of Governor Justice, he has officially certified his state's results for the 2024 presidential election. West Virginia's 4 electors, all casting votes for President-elect Donald Trump and Vice President-elect J.D. Vance at the State House in Charleston yesterday. Different story in the Commonwealth, though. All 13 electoral votes from Virginia went to Kamala Harris. Virginia is a winner-takes-all state, so since she won the majority of votes in the Commonwealth, she also got all the electoral votes. And the next step is for Congress to count all 538 electoral votes on January 6th. Back around the valley now, an 18-year-old cancer survivor from Fort Valley is on a mission to bring joy to children spending Christmas in the hospital. Our Mayor from Metz shares Skylar Stead's story of resilience and generosity.
It just felt right to go back and do something nice for all those kids that are still there.
Such a great story there. Well, another great story this morning. An 88-year-old man from Elkton has just finished a 100-mile trek along the Appalachian Trail. Now, you may remember back in September, we actually introduced you to Bill Kingria. He set out to hike 107 miles of the trail to celebrate his birthday and to raise money for a Harrisonburg nonprofit, Hope Distributed. As of yesterday, Kingria crossed the finish line in his journey that he's coined the Hike for Hope. Kingria estimates he's raised nearly $6,000 in donations and pledges.
I feel very fortunate that I am in good health. Don't take any medicines. I don't have any heart problems or other. And so I thank God for the fact that I am healthy. And I guess maybe that's one of the reasons I decided to do this.
Kingria says he doesn't think he'll make that full trek again, but he does plan to continue hiking recreationally and hopes his story might inspire others. Well, the person accused of killing a man and burning down a home in Page County was back in court for a status hearing yesterday. Timothy Comer was also the subject of a 2-week manhunt back in July of 2023. Comer is now facing 6 charges, a first-degree murder charge for the shooting death of Gregory Williams, 2 aggravated murder charges after the home authorities believe he burned down had human remains in it, and 3 more gun charges. His next hearing is set for April 2nd of next year. Meanwhile, in Augusta County Circuit Court, a man from Churchville pleading guilty to a child pornography charge. Jacob Collins was convicted of 1 count of distributing child pornography. This after authorities say he leaked an explicit video of a child on his Snapchat story. He was sentenced to 1 year in prison. That's the maximum penalty for this crime. Governor Glenn Youngkin continues to roll out his proposals for the state budget. His newest is geared toward helping new and expecting mothers in Virginia live healthier lives. Some of those initiatives include an educational campaign alerting women about the warning signs of pregnancy-related issues, as well as enhancing a dashboard to track those issues and even deaths. Youngkin says he hopes to raise awareness while also expanding access to services across the Commonwealth. Staying in health news, the holidays are a time for family, fun, and food. All the feasts and treats, though, can make it really easy to overeat. But experts say you don't have to give up your favorite foods to stay healthy. Nutritionists recommend planning ahead, eating smaller portions, and staying active during the holidays.
First things I always tell everybody is just, enjoy time with family and friends. But, you always have to keep in the back of your mind. You got to remember to balance that indulgent with moderation.
Jeremy Akers also says skipping meals to, quote, save room can backfire, leading to overeating. He recommends sticking to your usual routine and being mindful of what's on your plate. One athlete in Stanton is proving strength knows no limits. After competing among the world's strongest, she's returned home with a place on the global stage. By day, Monica Quarles is a school counselor, but she's also the 7th strongest woman in the world. The professional strong woman just returned from the official Strongman Games with her new title. Quarles began her journey in 2017 after her mother got sick. She called it a wake-up call.
It has really built my confidence over the years to really be able to just love my body and what it can do. Because it's really easy to get fixated on like the things like, oh, I want to change my stomach area or change this. But when I take a step back and I see all the incredible things my body has been able to do over the past 7.5 years, it makes it worth it. And I just want other girls and women just to know that like you can do this as well. It doesn't matter your size. You can be all the way like 140 pounds, all the way up to 300 and something pounds, and you can still do this.
So what does it actually take to be amongst the strongest? Well, some of Quarles' highlights include 1 rep on a 205-pound log, 2nd place in the 700-pound car yoke, and she loaded 5 200-plus stones. 200-pound plus stones in just 56 seconds. She also deadlifted 550 pounds for 2 reps and held a 500-pound wrecking ball for over a minute. After the competition, Quarles says she wasn't any more sore than normal, but she will be taking a break for a while to focus on her family. And in other sports buzz, James Madison's football team are at the beach, but not for vacation. This one is for a spot in the history books. The Dukes will look to win its first bowl game in school history tonight. The Dukes take on the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in the Boca Raton Bowl. Now, some notes for this matchup. Western Kentucky playing with a crushed roster tonight after dozens of their players hit the transfer portal. Meanwhile, no Alonzo Barnett for the Dukes. The starting quarterback is hurt, so you can catch the JMU in action tonight on ESPN at 5:30. 17 minutes until the top of the hour now, and Kayla Brown has another look at what's new this morning. So Kayla, shopping at Walmart could start to look a little bit different.
Now at Walmart, they're cracking down on shoplifting this holiday season. They're now testing body cameras for store employees. The supermarket giant didn't reveal many specifics, saying they will evaluate before making any long-term decisions. Walmart isn't the only retailer doing this. Earlier this year, TJX, parent company of TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Marshalls, began equipping some workers with body cameras. Retail theft has spiked in recent years, with smash and grabs making headlines.
Retailers have implemented a number of safety and security measures, including adding or increasing uniform security or law enforcement presence in stores.
Many stores now locking up products like makeup, toothpaste, and even toilet paper, requiring a clerk to unlock them. Retailers reported a 93% increase in shoplifting incidents last year compared to before the pandemic, costing them more than $121 billion. Well, 2 NASA astronauts on a months-long extended stay in space are now preparing to stay even longer. Astronauts Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore traveled to the space station back in June on board Boeing's Starliner spacecraft. They were scheduled to return home the following week, but the Starliner developed problems and could not take them home. A new SpaceX rocket was sent to launch this coming February to finally bring them home, but now NASA is pushing back that mission until at least late March, citing the need for more prep time. This means Wilmore and Williams will spend at least 9 months at the space station on a journey that was only supposed to last 8 days. Well, a grandmother from Alabama is recovering this morning after a groundbreaking surgery. She's among a handful of humans to receive a genetically modified organ from a pig. Doctors say the procedure could help change the world. Tuana Looney is only the 5th person in the world and the 3rd in the U.S. to receive a modified organ from a pig. So far, she says she's doing well. Well, 2 women living in a nursing home got a special birthday celebration this week, both of them marking triple-digit birthdays. Now, while these centenarians live in New York, they actually grew up not far from each other in Virginia. Catherine Carson is 104 years old. The former healthcare worker says she's feeling okay. And the one-time nanny Martha Jones is 101. She was joined by her nephew, who says she was famous for her barbecue. Now both women can take it easy, making the most of their golden years with sparkling cider, a birthday cake, and lots of admiration. And I'm sure what a great birthday that seems to be, even after, all these years. Nice to know you still have some good old admiration to look forward to.
I know. I admire them so much. I definitely need to try that barbecue.
Yeah.
I don't know what I have to do to beg and plead to get it, but I definitely need it.
Yeah, it sounds delicious. And also, I'd love to hear the stories from their childhood.
Oh, yes.
Like, what is the couple of things that's changed the most compared to now?
Oh my God, I'm sure they're living in a different world.
Oh,
yeah.
It'd be a whole list of things, I'm sure of that. Let's take a look at the forecast here one more time for us this morning. Let's take a look at the 24-hour temperature change across the area. Of course, as we know, yesterday was a beautiful day. We had temperatures up into the 60s, a really nice break from winter once again. But this morning, we're 22 degrees colder than this time yesterday morning in Luray, 15 in Stanton, 24, almost 25 degrees colder than 24 hours ago in Petersburg. It's almost like you're dropping a degree per hour. Really, really nice shot here with the sun coming up on the Elliott Knob sky cam. You can really see the clouds as well. If you look at the clouds here, they're almost going whoosh. They're just really moving quickly, and that's the wind a few thousand feet just above the surface, pushing those clouds really, really quick. We call that the low-level jet. So when that kicks in, we do start to get the breeze down toward the surface picking up, but we also get the lack of fog, and that's a good thing because we've had enough of that for the beginning of the week. Monday, of course, was all over the place. We had some of that yesterday morning, but no fog this morning because of the wind up in the atmosphere beginning to work its way down here to the surface. But we do see some of that dry air here in yellow on the water vapor, so no clouds here for most of the year. You have a couple out there. We just saw them on the sky cam. A little more moisture in the blue and the white back to the north and west, and that's going to be out ahead of our next system as that moisture works its way in. So here we go. Again, a lot of clearing already underway here. A couple of clouds out there here and there, most of those off to the south or to the west. But here comes the rain, even some icing concerns way back up into the Alleghenies and on the west side of West Virginia. So that rain is going to work its way in here as we go throughout the day. No winter precip concerns for us here today. 47 this afternoon, wintergreen, same in Woodstock, 50 in Broadway, Rafine as well up to 49. So 40s to right around 50 for most of the area. That rain will work its way in here by the end of the day, but it's going to take some time to get itself in here. So here we go, 7 o'clock. Still have that clearing out there. Of course, clouds here off to the south, clouds here off to the west. But here comes the rain as we get through the morning. Watch these clouds work from south to north. They're going to increase as we go through the morning. We're going to stay dry until later in the day. And here comes the rain from west to east. That's going to work its way off of the Alleghenies right through the valley. And that front's going to work its way through by about dinner time this evening, in and out really quickly. 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, it is out of here. So by 11 o'clock, we are already drying out. And behind this for tonight, decreasing clouds overall, but that breeze again will be picking up on the ridges. Most of us down in the valley, 4 or 5 miles an hour, but the ridges will be closer to 10 to 15, and temperatures tonight back down into the low 30s. That'll set us up for a colder end of the week. Your 7-day by Blue Mountain Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. 46 tomorrow, down to 42 with our next front on Friday. That'll kick off the Allegheny snow once again. Breezy with 30s on Saturday. Wind chill, though, only into the 20s to start the weekend, and bitterly cold Sunday and Monday before rebounding a little bit Tuesday going into Christmas Eve. We'll be right back after the break.